Hello, loves. This is a Gemini love reading. These are channeled messages. I'm not using anything to assist with your reading. These are messages that I pulled. So let's get into it. So Gemini, for love, I am sensing that you have some stories about the person that you're dealing with. So you could have been through some things with this person, some traumatizing things, some hurtful things. Some of you might even have been through some great things. So you might have some stories to tell about a person, but you could also feel like it's time for us to come to an end, even though we had some good times. Some of you could feel like you were miserable with this person and you were like so glad to be getting ready to wrap this up and be done with this person. However, so I am getting that this person was hiding something from you. For some of you, this person was hiding something from you. They could have been lying. They could have been manipulating things. They could have also had other things going on behind your back without your knowledge, and you could have possibly have found out. So some of you definitely have some really bad stories to tell about the person you were dating, and some of you have some good stories is what I'm getting. And like I always say, if it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it there. So there was minimum effort for some of you guys, definitely some minimum effort. And it's like, I'm tired of the minimum effort. I want something better. I'm realizing who I am. I'm stepping in my power, and I'm not allowing myself to deal with this BS anymore. And it's what I'm getting for some of you. Now for others of you, the relationship could have been good, but for just some reason, you two are not willing and wanting to go forward. So you two might have just kind of sat down and spoke and said, hey, I think this is where we end. I think we're done. We should just be friends and move forward. And some of you are doing this in a really good way. However, for some of you that are leaving a relationship that's not the best, this person is a little upset that you decided to let things go with them. So they could possibly be trying to like make you jealous, make you upset, cause ruckus in your life, possibly even start an argument. Even if you two were in a long-term relationship, you both could have children together, and maybe they decide to make things awkward at the moment of co-parenting, or maybe they make things rude, or maybe they do something silly that you ask them not to do in regards to the children, just to kind of get under your skin. So that's what I'm getting for some of you. So some of you could have confronted this person about their actions. That's what I'm seeing. Some of you could have confronted this person about their actions. Like, hey, I noticed that you're doing this, or I noticed that you're being sneaky, or I noticed that you're not being honest, and I just don't want that anymore because I'm over it. Some of you are really over it. I'm seeing that some of you could have been dealing with the person for about like the last 2 or 3 years. Some of you longer than that. Some of you, this could be a marriage and you're ready to let go and divorce. But some of you are not wanting to look back into this. So I do get with your emotional state, you are finding peace and happiness. That's what I get. I'm getting that you're finding peace and happiness. You're okay with the peace and the happiness that you have right now. You're okay with letting go. You're okay with not bending over backwards for someone. You could feel like I bent over backwards for this person in our relationship so bad and it didn't go anywhere for me. So now that I don't have to do any of that, I am okay. I feel free and I want to be free. So good for you. You definitely are holding your head up. You definitely are holding it together. There could have been some up and downs in the past where you two could have broken up a little bit and then decided to get back together, and then it never changed. And maybe you would cry at that time, like, I'm so upset about this, or we got back together and it didn't work. But then some of you have done that and walked away, and this time there's like no tears. There's actually like partying. Like, I want to party. I want to get out. I want to be glad that I have released myself from this terrible or toxic situation. So that's what I'm getting for some of you. For emotional, like you are finding your emotional peace, your emotional balance, and you got a lot of peace surrounding you. You could even have a good group of friends, maybe relatives, that's kind of like pushing you to keep going, like, girl, you got this. Or if this is your male friend, hey guy, you got this and you can move forward. You can better yourself from this relationship. Some of you are worried about the future. How can I better myself from this relationship? Because some of you, it could have taken a toll on you. But you are trying to push, and you are maybe manifesting even more for things to be greater in your life. So good for you. I do see where you're making better decisions. And so you feel like I have better decisions and better things going on without this person being present in my life. So without this person being present in your life, you feel like I'm standing my ground better. Maybe they didn't make the best decisions when you two were in a relationship, because I do see where your money has gotten better. Maybe this person didn't make good decisions financially. And so you're like, now that they're out of my life, or now that I'm not making financial decisions with this person, I've noticed I have more money. I have extra money, or things get taken care of where I thought they were going to put forth the effort into paying some of the bills, and they weren't putting forth that effort. So now I'm okay with doing it all by myself because I can balance financially by myself without that person in my presence. So I'm actually okay with that, is what I'm seeing and getting. So you are making better decisions. Money is good. You have noticed that the sacrifices that you have made have definitely been worth it. That's what I get real strong. It's been worth it. So you are making sacrifices, and you're glad that you're making those sacrifices because it has been worth it, especially financially. You may not have any intentions on dating. Some of you are ready to go to something new. Some of you are like, you know what, I'm over this person, I'm over this relationship, I'm ready for something new. While others of you are ready for something else, something better. So you kind of like going towards something new. Some of you feel like, I don't want anyone for like the next 3 months. I want my space. I want my peace. I want to be to myself. And maybe if I feel like disrupting what I have going on to allow someone into my personal space, you may go ahead and do that. Right now, I just see you're kind of not, and you're okay with not dating anyone. You just want to focus on yourself. You're definitely focusing in on your coins, your money, just to see where things get you. Even if I save more, even if I work overtime more and focus on my money, I want to see how it goes with me just balancing my income by myself, and not with this person that like did not allow me to be able to financially balance. So that's what I'm getting for some of you. So some of you just want a lot of peace and quiet in your life, and some of you are definitely working hard to keep your energy up and your vibrations high. And I like that. You're keeping your energy up, vibrations high, which means I'm not allowing any toxicity to come into my life. I'm not playing the back and forth game with this person, because some of you could have played a back and forth game with them. You definitely are not playing that back and forth game with them any longer. So good for you. And some of you are definitely like hanging up on this person. So someone could be calling you like, hey, can we talk? Or hey, can we see if we can work this out again? And you're like, no, you are hanging up on this person because you kind of think about the pain that was caused in this relationship. And because of that pain, you definitely don't want to resurface those thoughts in your mind. So you're like, heck no, I don't want to speak with you. And you're hanging up on this person. You know, you are definitely gravitating to who you are and pushing to be your better self, even if that means I allow nothing but good to come in my space, even if that means that I have to hang up on this person and ask this person not to call me any longer because I don't want to go back down that road again to think about those unhappy thoughts. So you know, that may be good for you. And I feel like it is. It's good for you to do that because no one wants to relive certain things that you went through. No one wants to go through that. So good for you for trying to balance and move forward. You also may feel like there's no connection with this person any longer. So all the back and forth games that you guys did before, you're definitely done with that. So good for you. You still kind of feel like you don't want any new connections, and some of you do want connections right away. So either way, you feel like you got your freedom. For those of you that want your freedom, you got it. Like, I'm so done with this person. I have cut them off. I cut ties off. I don't even wear their t-shirt no more. You could be like, I don't even support them in their business no more. And it's not that you're being harsh or rude. You just don't want anything to do with this person because this person hurt you so much. So you are balancing. Like I say, you're keeping your energy up and vibrations high. Good for you. You may be hanging up on this person because you don't want to think about the things that they put you through. So good for you for getting your freedom, for getting your balance. And I just want to say, Gemini in love, keep going. And like, if you decide to open up your options, if you decide to date, definitely date for what you want and what you're expecting out of a person. And if that don't work for you, of course, continue to move on till you find exactly what you want. Okay, so I hope that this reading was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, most of all share. And that is it, loves. Thank you.